Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm happy to be here the third time, and I'm happy to share with you again. You know, as you heard Mr. Spencer, that I like to interact with young people because I am young. I'm not that older than you are, and things. So I feel that I have a responsibility to you, and the prayer was prayed about who much is given, much is expected of. And for me, I have gone through life, or so far, been given much. And I think that what I need to do is to offer it back as help and aid and benefit to you. And so, you are seeing me now for the third time. And I'm sure your first two experiences were interactive, empowering, and enriching, right? For those who are there. Right?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Welcome to you, junior prefects, class monitors. I am happy to see you too in the space with us. And for the sake of you, and for the sake of all of us, before I go into what I will talk to you about, I will give you a recap on the first two meetings. That one, the first session, we talked about the functions of being a prefect, the role of the student who has been given authority and responsibility, that the prefects carry out disciplinary functions in the school and also that they conduct themselves above standard and that their conduct will benefit the school body and help the teachers and help the operations of the school to change the behavior, to curb the behavior of the school. We also looked on the fact that a prefect must always be aided in growth, that they maintain strong integrity, strong morality, strong maturity. So you are supposed to be growing as prefects, advancing in your academic disciplines and self-disciplines as well. And we also looked on this main thing that no prefect is perfect and that all prefect must motivate and not manipulate. Remember we talked about that, right? Alright. And we also looked on the example of a school in Kenya as to how they employed the prefect body and the prefect body helped to change the face of the school, and we ourselves confess that we want to see Vauxhall High as a school of integrity and example and has a name of good in the society. And it is our affirmation that says that, right? Remember we said that. That's what we want. Alright? So I suggested the topic or the acronym AIM. And who can remind me of what AIM is? We don't remember that the A represents what? The A is aim, and you aim for excellence. The B is behave. Someone number one help me out. Yes, that you behave in a way that carries out the expectation that you want to see of the school. And the C is somebody, I'm hearing it. Change. Change culture. Change the face of Vauxhall High. The second time I met with you, we dealt with team building. And I mean, young people over this side, you miss the activities that were really helpful to understand the teamwork. That, as somebody would say, teamwork and the dream work. We see how working together will help to change the face of Vauxhall High. And in light of all of that we dealt with, I come to you this morning to talk to you on the theme, Beyond the Ordinary. What's the theme? Beyond the Ordinary. And I want to settle it on this small topic of non-settlers. So the theme, Beyond the Ordinary, if you're taking notes. And under that, you can have the small topic or subtopic, non-settlers. We are non-settlers. Prefects, you are non-settlers, or should be non-settlers. And I will explain what all of that means. So here goes. We live in a world where the ordinary is attainable, And to many, extraordinary seems an impossible feat. It is until we are able to break the back of narrow-mindedness and complacency, we can go beyond the ordinary. The first obstacle that we face is narrow-mindedness. That's the first obstacle we face. And narrow-mindedness is an unwillingness to listen to other people's views, especially those who are sharing their views to help us, to uplift us, and to empower us. So this is the challenge. It is in this narrow-mindedness that affects our learning, our growth, our future, our choices, and our ends. Our narrow-mindedness. If we are to go beyond the ordinary, we must be willing to listen. We must be willing to apply what we have heard, and we must be willing to advance ourselves. We must fight narrow-mindedness. Let us never be stubborn or hard-hearing, and let us never be idle or careless. You are the prefect body. You are the people that are going to make the change. If you're unwilling to advance yourself, no change will come. So we need to ensure that we are not narrow-minded in our thinking. We must explore the horizons to see what can be implemented for a change to come to this high school. So if we are to go beyond the ordinary, and if we are not going to be non-settlers and complacent and narrow-minded, we must put in the work. For what we put in as the prefect body is what we will get out. Understand that? It is how you conduct yourself. If you don't conduct yourself at an exemplary standard, the school conduct will be below par. But if you do put in the work and be an example, as the text had said, be an example to all. If you do that, it will bring out the best in the general school conduct. If we want to go beyond the ordinary, we must put in extraordinary work. We have to aspire to be the best we can be at whatever we do. We must be the best prefect cohort of Vauxhall High School. We must be. That is our aim and should be our aim. To be the best prefect body. And so Martin Luther King Jr. says, for it is not by size that we win or we fail. Be the best at whatever you are. If you're a prefect, if you're a monitor, if you're a junior prefect, be the best at. Be the best. And you're doing it collectively, so you will represent the best prefect cohort that ever touched space in Vauxhall High School. That should be your target and your aim. So if we are not yet, I say, the best that we are, it means that we must strive to go beyond where we are now. As individuals and collective, as a set of prefects coming together now, you must strive to go beyond where you are. And that is what takes you to the plane that is called beyond the ordinary. The next obstacle that we face, or that people face, or that you will face, is the obstacle of complacency. This is a feeling of smug or uncritical satisfaction with one's self or one's achievement. This is a place that we should never want to be. And to be beyond the ordinary, we cannot and must never be complacent. For if we are, we will just settle with what is. We will just settle with our regular conduct and how we operate, our mode of operation. We will not strive and advance to be better than we are. No. This is what complacency looks like. I'm giving you an example from school. So I got 65 on my exam. Hear me to myself. And I'm okay with that. At least I pass. You then take that grade in a nonchalant approach and do not desire to work on it. That is what complacency is. You settle with the little that you get. And you are satisfied with it. Never be satisfied with that. You ought to go beyond that. You ought to go beyond average. You ought to be exemplary performers. That is what extraordinary people looks like. And that is what the prefect cohort will look like. It should never be the disadvantage you have. It should always be the advantage that you make it. Every disadvantage creates a new advantage. That is positivity at its best and pushing beyond the boundaries. That you seize the opportunity and what the Latin phrase says, the carpe diem. You seize the day and the moment. You have this grand opportunity. Today you're going to be badged. Seize the moment of being a prefect. Allow yourself to be the best prefect that you can be. Never settle in complacency. Young people, let us look at some great examples in history that can help us onwards as we try to correct our perspective and approach as we go forward. So, not my favorite basketball player, but you know him, LeBron James. We know LeBron, right? Yes. We know LeBron?
Yes, sir.
Alright. So, LeBron James' talents are so encompassing that it is hard to imagine him improving on it. If you know LeBron, you know of his work. This man invests at least $20 million in his health alone every season. This youth ensures that he works on his game every opportunity he gets. Always in the gym, always the last one to leave the gym, always playing. He's 34 now, and he's always doing that. Extraordinary. LeBron James is one of the persons that the NBA analysts will call the unstoppable force. Why? For he put in the work. He has a discipline on what he does. If you are to be exemplary human beings, exemplary prefects, you cannot just get up without a habit. You cannot just go along to get along. You cannot just walk in the school with your badge alone. That doesn't cut it. That doesn't make you a prefect that is exemplary. Let us ensure that we watch the examples of the greats. LeBron James is one. Another person that we might be familiar with is Floyd Mayweather. We know Floyd?
No, sir.
What do you know about him? When I talk about the money team, what do you know? He's a boxer. Floyd Mayweather fought 50 fights and he has never lost a battle. Isn't that something to look at? You have fought against 50 persons and you have never lost. What about Floyd that is so special? What about him that is so special and so different? Hear what he says. That he takes his opportunity or his opponents into deep waters and he allowed them to defeat themselves. You know why? He trains himself to the point where he's throwing up when his body can't be satisfied. He works himself to the point where he cannot go any further. And when he's there, he's still working. When he's at his last, he says that he continues to fight. So when he's up against opponents who is not like him, he can bring them out into the deep. He can box with them in the shallow water, take them out into the deep water, and by the time they reach out there, they can't manage. So he says that for him, he carries his opponents into deep waters because he can manage it, but they can't. What about when you're pushed to the edge? Can you manage it? What about when the students bug you around? and challenge you as we talk about. Can you manage it? Can you bear with that? Are you training yourself to be ready for prefect, for class monitors? The example is in Floyd Mayweather. We have a close one to home, and we always talk about him when we do speeches. Have to. The Honorable Usain Bolt. Usain prides himself on being the best. His domination is as a result of him hating to lose. He always says that he hates to lose. And so he competes with all he has. He trains the same way. His achievement is par excellence. That winning all Olympic competition that he has ever participated in the last 3 Olympics. That's a target for us. If a Vauxhall High is going to see themselves beyond the ordinary, if you are going to place your name in the society of Jamaica, you have to see, for example, in Usain, him priding himself on not wanting to be the lag behind, not wanting to have his name written down with an L beside it. You too ought to see that, and you ought to see yourself as the ones that are responsible to not allow that to happen. So we see these three grades. Other grades that we can look at that are exemplary are Deborah from the Bible, Plato, and if you have time, just take the names and read them up. Merlin Ottey, Einstein, Mary, Socrates, Aileen Bailey, Polycarp, Miss Lou, Solomon, Empress Menen, Martin Luther King Jr. and Martin Luther King, and Tatiana Lebedeva, Toussaint Louverture, Mary Teresa, or Mother Teresa, Marcus Garvey, Nanny of the Maroons, Imhotep, Michelangelo, Beethoven, and the Apostle Paul. We can list the names of who we can pull from as resources to make ourselves better for it. You ought to be better. If you're not, it's mediocrity. It's ordinary people going with ordinary things. But if you are supposed to attain the level of beyond the ordinary, watch the examples that you can pull from. Ensure that you see your role as prefect body in this school to make a difference in the school. What all these overachievers had in common is that they never had the attitude to settle for what they are. They always see it as something that they need to, somewhere that they need to go, and something that they need to be. They are always aiming to be the best. In simple terms, there are 2 types of people in the world. The ones who choose to be A's, that is the achievers, and the ones who choose to be B's, and I call them the wannabes. In life, you are either an achiever or a settler. That's the question I pose to you, prefect body. What are you? Who are you? An achiever or a settler? Who are you? Achiever. Ensure that you be. The achievers are those who approach life like a ladder. They will always seek to improve themselves at every rung. That is the steps on the ladder. Which, while the settlers have no quest, they have no improvement, they have no goals, no work ethic, and no fluidity about them. That's what non-settlers are. But that is what achievers are, who approach life like a ladder. Those who aim to go beyond the ordinary, like this, are those who have the qualities of one, their imagination, and their will to never settle. You have to believe the change you want to see, prefect body of Vauxhall High School. If you don't believe the change, it better you not be a prefect. If you don't believe in the possibility of a change, better you don't take the badge today. You must believe that there is a possibility that this school, that these students can become better. It's not an overnight work, but you must believe it. You must have an imagination to believe it. So a child has one of the most extraordinary imagination there is. They create a world and a space out of nothing. This is a most precious gift to have. This is the most unstoppable force we have as human beings. The ability to see a world without limits. The ability to see the task before us as that looks impossible as possible. Our imagination takes us there. So you as prefects are going to be example for the school students, the rest of the school students. You must have an imagination to see that there is a better that can be. There's a new world or a new community in Vauxhall High School that can develop. It seems impossible, but your imagination makes the world come alive. You must believe that. You must hold firm to that. The imagination to see the workload that is set before you accomplished in a glance. That the teacher gives you a project, your SBAs, your all the other work, and even before you attempt the work, your imagination tells you that this is already done. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? Because you don't have hope at the ending up. You have hope when you start. Prefect body, today the school will see you as prefects. Do you believe at the start the change that you are thinking about? Ensure that you hold that firm to you. So, on a mission to fulfill the vision, I came this morning and saw that. On a mission to fulfill my vision, or our vision. Prefect body, I implore you to have a vision for the school. And ensure that you set yourself the task to attain that. Don't just get a badge as a prefect. Your imagination allows you to see the whole school community as different, as new, as fresh, and reformed. In the Bible, there is a story of Abraham. And Abraham was called by God from a place that he lived. And God said to him, you will get this land that I am giving you. Abraham didn't see the land, but he got the message from God. You know what he did? He had an imagination and he believed the message. I'm telling you this morning, believe that you prefects are able to reach or to make the school a better place. Believe that you can. Believe that it's a responsibility on you to change the face of the school. Abraham believed that. And in future, his lines or his generations after him attain that place. So in the Bible again it says, if they had been thinking of the country they had left, they would have had an opportunity to return. Instead, they were longing for a country of their own, a heavenly place. Therefore God is not ashamed to be called their God, for he has prepared a city for them. You have to believe that what is happening now in the school environment is not the place or not what the school should be. And you have to see that you have a role to play into making it a different place. Your mind aims for a space and a place that is uncommon to your present reality. That is the power of your imagination. That is the power of your vision. And that is the power of aspiration. And you are here today to be vested with the badges that signifies your good behavior and your positive morals. May it be that with those good characters, you aim to impact the school population for good. You have been selected as examples of what the school should be and look like. So I want to challenge you this morning. Put in the work. Be the best prefect you can be. Do not be narrow-minded. Do not be a settler. Vauxhall High School Prefect Cohort of 2018-2019 school year. You are the ones that will change, that will grow, and that will make the school society a different society. And my final words then to you is this, and I hope you hold them dear to you. That one, you aim for the moon. That's the start today. Aim for the moon. Aim for the star. Aim for the sun. Aim for Jupiter and Mars. But don't ever aim for the clouds, because from them you will fall. Remember this. Ordinary people settle with the world they are given. But people who are going beyond the ordinary change the world that they receive. Again, you might not drink, but you might know this well. I want to say to you, be a Hennessy, because it never stops and it never settles beyond the ordinary. Thank you very much.